A short recording that emerged from behind the crowd of the Paradise Art Night event suddenly changed the atmosphere of international public discussion. In the video lasting a few seconds, a figure believed to be Kim Taehyung, or better known by his stage name V of BTS, is seen walking quickly toward an equally surprising figure, Justin Bieber. The meeting was unannounced, unexpected, and not at all recorded in the official agenda of the event. Questions arose. Why did two big names with global influence suddenly appear in one frame, in one night, in one moment that seemed deliberately hidden from the main spotlight? The video did not come from mainstream media, but from a fancam taken by a fan who was present at the location. Shock occurred when the recording spread widely on social media in just a matter of minutes. The public, who were initially busy discussing artworks, celebrity gowns, and the grandeur of the event, suddenly fell silent and shifted focus to one fundamental question. What is the meaning of Taehyung and Justin Bieber's meeting behind Paradise Art Night? The context became even more confusing because until now there has been no clear statement regarding Taehyung's official involvement in the event. His presence seemed mysterious, unexpected, and invited speculation. Was he there as a private guest, or was there a hidden agenda deliberately not publicized? And why did Justin Bieber, who usually appears with strict protocols and thorough preparation, look relaxed yet cautious when welcoming Taehyung? That question spread wildly among fans. Some suspected the meeting was just an ordinary interaction between two public figures. However, if it was merely a casual encounter, why was the moment not announced and instead only revealed through a fan's recording? Was something deliberately hidden? Or was the moment actually intended to create its own commotion amid the bustle of the global entertainment world? What was even more surprising, their expressions in the short recording were far from formal or superficial. Taehyung appeared to gaze at Bieber with an intensity that could not be ignored, as if there was something important he wanted to convey. Justin Bieber, on the other hand, showed a demeanor that was a mix of surprise and openness. They were not merely shaking hands, but appeared to be speaking quickly, as if exchanging words that were not meant to be heard by others. What exactly was being discussed? No one could be certain. The audio in the recording was so noisy, leaving only fragments of images that added to the curiosity. Yet from that very absence of information, speculation grew. Was this the beginning of a big collaboration that had long been kept secret? Or was this meeting part of the complex dynamics between the Korean and American entertainment industries that have recently intersected more frequently? One thing that cannot be denied is the public reaction. ARMY, BTS's fans, immediately flooded social media with various theories. Some felt this was a signal that Taehyung was preparing a big step in his solo career. Others linked it to old rumors that BTS had long been planned to collaborate with Justin Bieber in a global project. Yet there were also those who were more skeptical. Was this merely a coincidence that was then blown out of proportion? Even so, the uproar did not stop there. In several frames of the recording, it was clearly visible how some event staff seemed panicked when fans' cameras pointed in their direction, as if there was an attempt to quickly cover up the moment before it became public consumption. But it was too late, because the world had already seen it. If indeed there was nothing to hide, why was there panic from the staff? This question became even more complicated when some fans reported that similar videos from other angles suddenly disappeared from certain platforms. Does this mean there was censorship deliberately imposed? Or was there a party who did not want the interaction to go viral? The fact that one recording managed to escape deletion only strengthened the suspicion that there was something bigger behind the meeting. Could it be that this meeting was part of a major plan not yet ready to be announced, and the leak through a fan cam disrupted a carefully prepared communication strategy? In addition, the public could not ignore Jungkook's reaction, another BTS member who around the same time was seen active on social platforms. A short post full of question marks made many people suspect he knew something about the Taehyung and Justin Bieber moment. Was Jungkook's reaction a form of surprise, jealousy, or mere coincidence? Without clarity, this question mark only added complexity. Paradise Art Night, which was initially seen merely as a prestigious event to showcase artworks and the presence of famous celebrities, has now turned into a stage for global speculation. The public's focus was no longer only on the art, but on one brief interaction that was not written in the official script of the event. How could a short moment of less than 1 minute shake the international entertainment world? The answer is only one, because it involved two big names with global influence who have rarely ever appeared in the same frame. Amid all this confusion, a crucial question arises: who actually benefits from the leak of this recording? Is it the fans who feel they possess exclusive evidence? Is it social media, once again filled with endless debate? Or certain parties who deliberately created controversy to gauge public reaction before an official announcement is launched? The silence from the parties involved only added a layer of mystery. Taehyung gave no signals after the recording circulated. Justin Bieber, too, continued his activities as if nothing had happened. It was precisely this silence that made the public even more suspicious. If indeed there was nothing special, would it not have been easier to give a short explanation? Why choose silence, as if allowing speculation to run wild? One thing is certain: the short recording has become an important note in public discussion. It is not merely an amateur video, but a small fragment that is able to shake the grand narrative of the international entertainment world. The public is now divided between those who believe this is the beginning of something big and those who see it as mere coincidence given excessive meaning. Yet, whatever the interpretation, no one can deny that Paradise Art Night has recorded an unexpected moment that will continue to be discussed. The question now is no longer merely about what happened that night, but also what will happen after this. Will the public be left to keep guessing, or will there be a breakthrough that finally explains the true meaning of the meeting? Until an answer appears, one thing is clear: the world has witnessed something unplanned, and from there the true mystery begins. The short recording showing Taehyung meeting Justin Bieber at Paradise Art Night has sparked a wave of speculation that cannot be ignored. Yet behind the commotion, a far more important and urgent question emerges. Was that moment truly a real event captured authentically, or instead a fabrication deliberately spread to attract international media attention? Was the public witnessing fact, or merely an illusion neatly packaged by the global entertainment industry? This question cannot be easily answered because the circulating sources come from various social media platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and video fragments shared in online communities. But can we rely on short clips and anonymous uploads as a trustworthy basis of truth? Or are we merely part of an information flow controlled by certain interests? The public, especially fans, are divided in responding to this issue. Some choose to believe without doubt, considering the recording as real evidence that Taehyung and Justin Bieber did indeed hold an important secret meeting. Yet others felt skeptical and judged that this uproar was too sudden, too dramatic, and too perfect to be a coincidence. Then, who actually benefits when the public is trapped in endless discussion about the authenticity of this event? If we pause and look from a critical perspective, we must ask, why is a moment supposedly so important only known through a blurry, short, noisy fan recording? Is it logical that two figures with strict security and surveillance like Taehyung and Justin Bieber could meet without any official coverage? Or was the recording merely part of a strategy to create a false narrative later consumed by the masses? This phenomenon cannot be separated from a pattern often seen in the global entertainment world. Many events are arranged in such a way to appear spontaneous, when in fact they are packaged to create sensation. Could it be we are witnessing one such example of that practice? Or was this truly a coincidence, later amplified by a public hungry for surprises? If we consider further, questions of motive also arise. If this recording was real, what was the purpose behind Taehyung and Justin Bieber's meeting? Was this part of preparing a big collaboration? Was this an attempt to bring the K-pop market and Western music industry closer through a more personal approach? Or did the meeting never happen, and what we saw was merely digital manipulation deliberately spread to spark discussion? In such situations, it is important to remember that social media often becomes fertile ground for hoaxes. Video clips can be manipulated, angles can be cropped, and narratives can be directed to suit the maker's interests. Could it be that the circulating video was just the result of clever editing? Was the public being deceived by visuals that looked real, but were nothing more than a digital construction? We must also ask, Was it really coincidence that the video surfaced when global attention was focused on BTS and the movements of its members? Is it not possible that this moment was deliberately brought up to divert attention from another, more important issue? If so, what issue was actually being hidden? Why was the public allowed to be fixated on a short recording, while a more crucial grand narrative might be hidden behind the scenes? It cannot be denied, the power of Taehyung and Justin Bieber's names ensures that every small moment involving them will always be in the spotlight. Yet here lies the real danger. Are we still able to distinguish between reality and fabrication when everything is presented in image fragments inviting wild interpretation? Or have we become too accustomed to accepting anything viral as truth without a deep verification process? Amid this debate, a reflective question also arises for readers and viewers. Are we passive consumers of a deliberately created narrative? Or are we capable of being critical in assessing every piece of information? Are we merely swept away by emotion when seeing big names like Taehyung and Justin Bieber? Or are we able to restrain ourselves to question the authenticity of each circulating clip? It is important to remember that sensationalism is a weapon often used in the entertainment industry. Public uproar is not merely a side effect, but the main goal of communication strategy. If indeed this recording was part of such a strategy, then the public is actually being led to become part of a grand game systematically arranged. The question, are we willing to be pawns in that game, or will we begin asking critical questions that may not be pleasing to certain parties? Every piece of information coming from social media must be treated with healthy skepticism. Video clips from TikTok, short uploads on Twitter, or viral clips on YouTube do not automatically reflect truth. Are we critical enough to check sources, question context, and weigh whether the information might have been manipulated? Or are we more comfortable accepting dramatic narratives because they suit our emotional expectations as fans? In this situation full of uncertainty, the public actually holds an important role. By thinking critically, by refusing to accept every piece of information at face value, we can prevent ourselves from becoming victims of sensationalism. Yet will the public take that step? Or will most instead choose to immerse themselves in euphoria, even though perhaps being deceived by an illusion? Paradise Art Night is no longer just about art, entertainment, or celebrities. It has become a stage testing the public's ability to distinguish fact from fiction, truth from fabrication, and information from manipulation. The question we must ask ourselves is very simple yet crucial. Do we truly believe Taehyung met Justin Bieber that night? Or do we merely want to believe it because the narrative is too enticing to ignore? In the end, this article does not aim to provide definite answers because those answers may not yet exist. What can be done is to encourage readers to never stop questioning. Do not easily believe. Do not be quickly satisfied, and do not let yourself be trapped in illusion. Because in the modern entertainment world, illusion is often easier to create than truth. Therefore, to the readers, we put forth the final question that should continue to echo. When you watch that recording, are you seeing reality, or are you seeing a shadow deliberately projected to deceive your view?